How are you? Fine, thanks. How are you? Good, thanks. How are you? Ugh. That greeting is asked of you almost everywhere you go, from the clerk at the grocery store to the coffee shop people to maybe people that you see in the hallways at your workplace. Boring. You might as well say blah, 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 because it would have the same effect. Have you ever said, how are you, while you were walking by somebody and didn't even stop to listen to see if they had an answer? That's the most bizarre, because the question seems like you might care, but the action itself shows that you actually don't care. How are you is overused, overdone, automatic, and just way too predictable. Would you like to have more meaningful conversations with people throughout your day? Well, I've got 9 alternative questions for you to use that will get you more connection, will give you deeper conversation, and will be way less predictable. I'm Jen Swanson, your career coach, and I help you to get the job, love your work, love yourself, and advance your career. So hit that like button, do consider subscribing, and let's get into the 9 alternative questions to the old question, how are you? How has your day been so far? Now this might get you a fine thanks anyway, but at least you tried. It's a more open question that invites a more thoughtful answer. Number 2 is how are you doing, or how's it going? And now you might get it's going well thanks, or it's going fine thanks, or I'm doing fine thanks. You might get those kinds of answers, but at least it invites a bigger answer. And I know that when I get asked that question, I give a better answer if I have time, and that's the key, than just it's going fine thanks. Number 3 is what's new, or what's up? What's up? The first one requires an answer, what's new. The second one can sometimes be used in the same way as the how are ya and you walk by, because it is often used as just another form of hello. But it depends on how you ask it. So it's different because you can name some things that are actually happening. So if you wait when you say what's up to somebody and walk up to them with a smile, then they might actually answer you and give you a bigger response than not much. Number 4 is, are you keeping well? Which sounds a little bit formal, but it's a really thoughtful question and it invites a real answer. It's different. It also feels more caring to the person that's being asked this question. Are you keeping well? Are you? I love number 5. This is the question, what's on your mind today? This one definitely invites conversation, and it's not a mindless greeting. It allows you to really find out what's on the person's mind and heart during the day. So what's on your mind today? Like what are you thinking about today? It's one that will start a really good conversation if you allow it to. Number 6 can be kind of like that. What's going on with you today? Or what are you up to today? I've had servers say, what are your plans for the rest of the day? And I like that question because it makes me think, what are my plans for the rest of the day? What is going on with me today? And so I definitely will answer that question in a different way and it makes me think, and I actually have to engage and have a proper conversation. So what am I up to today? It takes more time if you're going to ask that question, but it's really worth it. Number 7 is, how are you feeling? Now, maybe you know someone has been going through a rough time, is having some kind of a struggle, is not feeling very well, has been ill, or has been going through something really difficult. So this is a very caring question, and probably for someone that you know at least a little bit more than casually. And of course, you need to take the time to listen to the answer. How are you feeling? Is a great question, and better than how are you, because it's more specific and it's a little more personal. One thing to keep in mind with all of these questions is your tone of voice. The tone of voice can make a complete difference to the communication that you are attempting to have. You can say, you know, if somebody does say, how are you? You can say, fine. Or you can say, fine. Or you can say, fine. You know, and all of those things, I'm saying exactly the same word, but I'm changing the tone, which makes it a completely different communication. So tone of voice, it's something to be careful of and to consider. If you're getting value out of this, please hit that like button. Do consider subscribing. It helps me to help more people. And let's get into the last 2 of the 9 alternative ways to say, how are you? Number 8 must be my favorite question, and I've heard it a lot during especially the lockdown parts of the COVID-19 pandemic. And I've used this question a lot. I've heard people use this question, and I like it a lot. The question is, how have you been holding up? Now, we had a shared experience globally with the COVID-19 pandemic, and I know it's not over yet. But this question doesn't have to be restricted to that. I can use this question with people that I know who are in the wildfires right now in our province, which half the province is on fire again, much earlier than usual. And this is a question that I would ask the people who are living with the stinging smoke in their eyes every day and the fear of having to maybe run in the middle of the night. How are you holding up? I might use this question with someone who's going through a separation or a divorce, somebody who has lost a loved one. There are lots and lots of reasons, and it could just be a question that you ask when you know somebody is overwhelmed, maybe heading toward burnout, is really tired, or just isn't feeling 100%. So how have you been holding up? How are you holding up? I think that is my favorite question. It feels real, it feels important, and it's very, very helpful when somebody is going through a tough time. And number 9, this last question is, anything interesting with you going on these days? Now, this one is definitely a question that invites conversation, and not just about how busy somebody is or all of the, tough things that are going on, but it's actually a positive question. Is anything interesting going on with you these days? You might learn something entirely new about the person you're having a conversation with. It requires time to chat and share, unless the person says absolutely nothing. That's the end of the conversation, but most people don't do that. So this is a perfect question for building relationships with people in a deeper and more authentic way. Anything interesting going on with you today? So I hope you found this useful, my friends. Do consider sharing this with someone you love. And next, I have a video on 7 ways to be a better, more effective listener, which could be very helpful once you get into the conversation with somebody. It might be really good to brush up on your listening skills or just be reminded of them. So I will see you over there.